Hi, welcome to Advice from Aunt Mary. What am I doing tonight? Well, it's a Tuesday night in August 2022, and I am doing some beading. Some of my bracelets have come apart and they're elastic. So I didn't have enough beads for the one that fell apart, so I must have lost some beads. So I took the other two apart and I'm putting them all back together now. So here's a bead board. There's my bead. I'm measuring them this time. So I'm measuring this, see if you can see. And then this is a really cool bead board where you lay your beads out and then you put them in order of how you want to string them. And this is a stretchy cord. And the really neat thing is this needle opens up in the middle. Yeah, it doesn't have an eye. The eye is the middle. It's huge. Can you kind of see that? Depends on how blind you are. My eyesight's gonna be different than yours. But there's an opening in the middle, and that's where you put this stretchy string. And you buy this stretchy string at the store, at a craft store. That's upside down. And you put your beads on, and then just tie a knot, and you have a stretchy bracelet. They're so fast, so easy to put on and go to work and put on, go to church, put on, go bowling, whatever you're gonna do. Anyway, that's fun. So I just want to talk to you tonight about some things you can do to preoccupy yourself. Crafts, skills, talents, ways to enjoy your life. Now this is kind of girly, so I'm a girl. I'm gonna do girl things. So these are kind of girly. So if you're a guy, you might want to switch over to masculine station or something. So one thing I have done, I'm gonna show you things I've done, just to give you ideas. One thing I've done is quilting. And I've made each of my kids a quilt. Here's a quilt I made for myself. This quilt I made from men's shirts. You see the plaid shirts? I went to a second-hand store and got these shirts. And you know what I did? I actually left the buttons on. You can see some buttons somewhere. I don't see them. Oh, there's a button. I left the button on the shirt, and I left the plackets on, and I left the, pockets. So anyway, I made a shirt, a quilt out of men's old shirts. And I got the largest shirts for more bang for my buck. This quilt is a 3x3, 3x6, 6x6, and then the whole big square is 9x9. So this is a whole square right there. You see there's a 3x3, where's my finger? 3x3, 3x3 off-white, 3x3 red plaid, 3x3, 3x3, 3x6, 3x6. And then around the edge, I did all 3x3s. And then I did this cute little butterfly edge, which I love. And then I just took a sheet, a blue sheet, and put it on the back. Very cheap, very economical. But the sheet didn't work. I had to go to my friend who's a seamstress, and she helped me get that sheet more flat. So be careful doing sheets. Just get a piece of fabric. I learned the hard way. So each of my kids have had a homemade quilt from me, and each of my son-in-law and my daughter-in-law each have a homemade quilt from me, and each of my grandkids have a homemade quilt from me. So I've done the quilting thing, and I'm pretty much done. So some of my kids got quilts, some of them got an afghan, and then my daughter made me an afghan, and this is the one she made me, maroon, white, and then maroon again. And it is beautiful, fluffy, just so cozy, and you can do this. I think these ones with the big fluffiness, you can do crocheting by hand without even using a crochet needle. You just pull the yarn through. It's such fluffy, soft yarn. It's beautiful. I love it. And maroon and white, guess what? Those are almost my junior high colors. Maroon and gray were South Junior High. And so I love these colors. Then I've also made scarves for each of my kids and their spouses. So this is a scarf I made for myself. And I really like the variegated colors, and I really love the softness. It's so soft and it's so warm. And you might look at it and go, "Ooh, Mary, that's gross." But I love these wintry, I don't know, there's a blue, a green, they're deep colors, red, kind of a yellowish. I love these colors. Red, yellow, and green are my favorite colors to decorate with. So this is red, yellow, and green with a little bit of blue. And I'm not a blue lover, but I am a fall colors lover. Look, see, there's my picture right there. Fall colors. Look at my green couch, my yellow rimmed, framed fall picture. I love fall colors. My eyes are green, my skin is olive, my hair is dark, so I love fall colors. They're great for me. Okay, those are some things I've made. Those are some things you can do. You can do quilting, and you can do fun things with yarn, right? And beading, like I showed you earlier. Another fun thing I like to do is I like to make, what do you call these? Silk flower arrangements. And, you know, there's different sides to silk flowers. You can just put it on the table any way you like. I really like this planter box. It's pretty cool. So go to your craft store, look around and see, ooh, do I want to learn how to paint? Do I want to learn how to sew? Do I want to learn how to, you know, rearrange flowers? I do not know how to do anything. I make it up or I copy. I'm not brilliant that way. I'm really not, but it's fun. And sometimes, you know, if I can't afford a present but I want to do a craft, I mix it. I do crafts and then I give them as presents. So that's what I've done for years when I just haven't done crafts like my whole life raising my kids. I couldn't afford to go to the church and do the crafts, so I would stay home because they had craft nights and, you know, bring $5 or bring $8, bring $10, bring $3. I didn't have that money and I couldn't do those crafts. So after my kids left home and I had a little bit more money, I did crafts and then I gave them to my kids for Christmas. So not that they appreciate it, but it meant a lot to me to take that time to go to the store, to spend the money, and then come home and create it and then give it to my kids. So I hope they've appreciated it over the years. I stopped doing it and now just try to give them money or something that they don't have. I try to give original gifts. Okay, another one of my fun things that I love to do, and I got to do with my sisters lately. First, we beaded some bracelets at my house about in May, and I made a charcuterie board. You'll have to look that up. It's a board. I use my whole kitchen table, which is just a square, and you cover like a table or a cutting board usually, or a big tray. You cover it with different kinds of food: meats, cheeses, crackers, dips, vegetables, fruits, and don't forget some chocolates here and there. So I did that with my sisters, and then we made these bracelets that were white, pearl, and clear, I hate to say plastic, but plastic. And maybe I used Swarovski crystals. I think that's what I used. I can't say it. Swarovski crystals. Crystals and fake pearls. And we made temple bracelets with this little plastic card. I used baseball cards, cut them off halfway, and then you can put your temple name in there and wear it on your wrist because it's temple ready. We wear white, all white in the temple, and so these bracelets had to be white. No gaudy jewelry, no, you know, turquoise earrings, just white earrings, white bracelets, white, you know, wear white in the temple for purity, to, you know, represent purity. Not that I'm pure, but to represent purity. Okay, so then here's another thing I like to do. I did this with my sisters last month. Two of my sisters participated, one watched. This is happy birthday card, and I just take a piece of paper, cut it the size to fit in an envelope. And then you take a piece of colored paper and make it a little bit smaller than the card, and that's the polka dot. And then another one, which is this one with letters on it. And then I did a stamp that said happy birthday. And then this cute little butterfly you can see has some depth. And I bought that and stuck it on. It's a sticker. So that's a happy birthday card. And then this is a thank you card. And these are the cards I use the most, is happy birthday and thank you. I'm not old enough to use all the cards that say, sorry your spouse died, but I'm getting that age. I don't like that age. This says thank you. Again, I've got a pink piece of paper that I cut to fit in an envelope. And then this red, white polka dot, and then this one, and then a pink one, and then this is a stamp. And I cut it in a circle, and a white pearl dot that is also a sticker. You just peel off the back and stick it on. Now this isn't very hard, is it? It's just a bunch of rectangles glued on top of each other, and then you open it up and write whatever you want to write. Thank you so much for going with me to the grocery store and going out for ice cream and coming to my house and dancing. Okay, you know, you just write whatever you want to write to your friends to thank them for what they did for you. Thank you cards are important. They are vital to friendships. You want to have friends? Say thank you. It means a lot. Okay, here's something I made the other day. In fact, I'll tell you that in a minute. These are made with citric acid and baking soda and lemon doTERRA essential oils. These are dishwasher pods, and you put them in your dishwasher, and that's what you use instead of Cascade or something else. You wash your dishes in the dishwasher with these, and I added some lemon. So I take out one square and put it in my dishwasher when it's time to wash my dishes. So easy, so cheap, so fun to make. And they really kind of poofed up, and so they come out a little bit powdery. But that's okay, because I'm the only one that has to see them, except I just showed them to you. Okay, then another thing I made, and I gave this to my friend Sherry and my friend Gail. We had a double birthday lunch for Sherry and Gail, because their birthdays were less than a week apart, which isn't fair to either of them, but we all went at the same time. So I got a cute little jar with those rubber lids that clamp down, and I put these in them. I used a little ice cream scoop, and these are disposal pods. So when your disposal stinks, put these in, grind them up, and again, I put in some lemon. Lemon cleans things very well. You can make your own lemon furniture polish. You can put lemon on your counters when you wash your counters. You can put lemon on your body if you want to smell younger. I learned that on the Oprah show. You want to smell younger, you want to smell fresher, you want people to think you're younger, you put lemon on your arms and try to smell lemony. Also, lemon and all the citrus are so good for depression. Depression. Lemon, lime, grapefruit, orange. What's that word? Starts with a C. Clementine. Any of the citrus. You put them on your hand. You rub your hands together. Breathe it in. That's a personal diffuser. And you breathe it in, and it takes away your depression, makes you feel happy. So do that at work, do it at school, do it at home, do it whenever you're going to feel stressed out, if you have to get together with your family. I got a reunion coming up in 2 days. I'm going to be using a lot of essential oils. I'm going to be using one called Console. I'm going to be dumping that all over me. Console, my siblings are getting together. Put it on my forehead, put it on the back of my neck, put it on my feet. That's where you put essential oils. Anyway, these are so fun. Disposal pods and dishwasher pods. Make them yourself. Look up DIY doTERRA, D-O capital T-E-R-R-A. doTERRA means gifts of the earth. And that's what these essential oils are, gifts of the earth. Maybe I'll give you a little class on those one day. That'd be fun. Okay, another thing you can do, which I've been doing, I did this, I don't know, yeah, it was this last year, since January. My sister gave me some cards to TJ Maxx, and I went and bought a lot of pots for plants, and I bought a lot of plants. I bought like $200 worth of plants. Oh my gosh, I could not believe. And then I started going to secondhand stores and getting pots. And I started dissecting my brand new plants, which was a big, big mistake. Here's one I ruined, and I love this plant. Look at this plant. You probably have one in your house, or maybe your grandma has one. Maybe somebody has one that you know. Look at that plant. Well, I bought this plant for $25, $30, $35, some big amount of money. I took it apart. I cut it in half. Then I took a cutting off of each one of these plants, and I ruined this precious plant. So now it's coming back to life. It doesn't hate me anymore. It's not angry. It's not sad. It's thriving, but it's been since March, February or March. This poor plant, I ruined it. So bring your plants home. Let them thrive for a little bit before you go taking a cutting. I keep trying to propagate plants. I'm really learning. I'm really trying. I want to take cuttings and then plant them and then give them to my friends for gifts. But I'm not very good at it, but I'm trying. I really am trying, and I'm ruining a lot of plants. So be careful. Don't cut them all apart. Just take one little cutting and try it. Here is another plant I bought. My sister paid for this gorgeous pot. You see that gold pot? This is one of my new plants. This is a new plant, and this pot, I love this plant. Look at these leaves. They're almost circular. And this pot is from Desert Industries. Let's see the price. $1.50. That pot is $1.50. That's a good buy, because the other pots like it are much more. This pot I got at TJ Maxx or something. Marshall's, $5.99. So when you get a pot at a secondhand store for $2, you get $4 off from the new one, right? 6 minus 4 is 2. Okay, 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay, so I tried to redo these. I got more pots. This is another one at Desert Industries for $2. $2. Then I found these at Home Depot, $5. The price isn't on them. These were $5. So I got 4 or 5 of these. I've given away all of them except for this one. And I propagated this plant because I have a very healthy plant of this one. So I made like 3 or 4 of these. So here's my healthy plant. This plant, everybody has one of these plants. Can you see it? I don't know. I'm not good at this. Anyway, that's the plant. It's a beautiful plant. So easy to propagate. Cut off one little stem, put it in some water, and let it grow some roots. So I have a few of these. This cute little pot is a little bit chippy. Got it a couple years ago on Amazon. That's propagated, and I have another one exactly like it that is propagated without a chip. So this can be a gift. That can't be a gift because it's chipped. So that yellow one is mine. And then here's some more plants. I'm not very good at showing. This one's thriving. This one, not so much. Okay, and then I have some things by my kitchen window. So this cute little round one that I had in my living room. I'm trying to grow roots. And I'm waiting, but it's only been in there a week and a half. This one is a little bit sun-scorched, but it's an African violet. I do know the name of that one. So do you, of course. And then this one is that really healthy one down on the floor, over there in my pile of, and it's really working good. I could take a few more cuttings of this one and make them work. And then I'll put them in nice vases and then give them to my friends. This is my African violet, which I have ruined. And again, it's got some bad leaves. I'm going to pull those off right now to make it look healthier. Make it be healthier. Years ago, I had a lady I used to minister to, and she had beautiful African violets. She lived in Meridian, Idaho. And she gave me cuttings. She taught me how to do it. So I know I can grow them eventually. Okay, one last thing as far as talents and skills and crafts go. Well, two more things. Gardening can be lots of fun outside. Today I pulled a bunch of weeds, and I did something that I knew years ago what to do, and I had forgotten, and so I did it twice this summer, and that is take the hose and force that hose down into the root of the weed and yank that weed out. It's so much easier with cold water, and on a hot day, this week has been up to 107 degrees. This is the end of July, second day of August right now, and this last week has been our hottest week ever in Boise, Idaho, 2022. And so get the hose going, let the hot water run out, and then when it gets cold, put it in the mud, step in the mud with your feet, get your hands in there, yank those weeds out. I got a ton of weeds out today. And I did the same thing like 3 weeks ago. I can't believe these weeds are back. But they are. They're back. They love to come in my yard. Weeds love my yard. Anyway, I got them out today. I was so thrilled. Okay, that was the next to the last. The very last thing is my new favorite thing. I started a book club with a friend of mine, and we handpicked some really neat ladies. Just a few of us. There's only 8 of us. One of us wants, let's invite 20 people. I'm like, no. 20 people can't fit in our homes. Let's keep it small. Other people can start other groups. This is just a small group. And literally, we're having a hard time finding these books at the library and the bookstores. We're having a hard time finding 8 books of the same label, the same title at the same time. I still haven't found the one for next month. It's on hold at the library, and I think my friend hasn't. She's marking it, and she's like, I'm going to have to buy a new one. I'm like, that's one's probably on hold for me. So it's hard to find books if you have a huge group. Keep your book clubs small and do a little snack treat and then talk about the book. We have some really intelligent people in our book club, and they do the questioning. I said, I'll do the scheduling. You guys do the questioning. So that's what we're doing. So I have cleaned out my book shelf. And these are books I have read or I'm going to read. And now I've got books I want instead of books that I felt like I had to have. My girlfriend gives me these books every year. She gives me a book at Christmas time with the same author, Richard Paul Evans. I still have to read last Christmas's book. And then here's some other books. And then books on the floor that I have divided and I'm conquering. Listen, this is the advice from Aunt Mary. Get some, look, I have a piano. I really do. I have a piano. And I'm in book 1 in John Thompson and in Michael Aaron piano books. So anyway, I've been in book 1 since I was in 3rd grade. I cannot play the piano. I can type, but I can't play the piano. It's crazy. But it's playing 6 notes at a time. I can't do it. I can't do it that fast. I can't do it well. So anyway, find out what you want to do and go do it. And like I said, this is kind of a chick flick one. But if you're a guy, you might try woodworking or iron working or glass blowing or painting, sculpting, whatever you want to do. But girls, these are some ideas for you. Quilting, flower arrangement, plants, propagating, making things with essential oils. You can make some spray for your bathroom so it doesn't stink. You can make some spray for your bedroom to help your pillows and sheets smell good. You can use sprays I made a spray for a lady. I was her caregiver, and she had, I'm not going to remember the name of this, shingles. She had shingles. I made her a spray for her shingles, and in 2 weeks her shingles were gone. And when I got COVID 3 weeks ago, I got COVID, either strain 4 or 5. It's the second COVID. It's the more contagious COVID, but not as bad as the first COVID. And I thought I'd never get COVID. Well, I made myself a flu bomb. And so it took like 5 different essential oils. One of them was frankincense. And I put them in my diffuser and I diffused them. And in 7 days, I was all better. A couple of my friends took 3 weeks. I took 7 days, but I used essential oils. I didn't use drugs. And you get diarrhea, you might throw up, you've got fever and chills, you've got a runny nose, you've got watery eyes, you've got tired eyes, you've got kind of an earache, kind of a nose ache, kind of a throat ache. I mean, I went through a package and a half, no, 2.5 packages of cough drops. I'm still sucking on cough drops once in a while. It's been 3 weeks ago. So there's things you can do, folks. You can make a difference. You can try a new skill. You can give gifts with your skills. Get out there, do something fun, do something you want to do, and enjoy your life. Thank you for tuning into Advice from Aunt Mary. I love all my little nieces and nephews and all of my precious kids, Jake, Josh, and Kendra, and Jordan, and their families, Joanne, Stephen, John, Jayla, Michael, Caitlin, Preston, Holden, and Ethan. I love all of you. Anyway, have a great day. This is Aunt Mary saying goodbye. Tune in again later.